I know I don't have my usual setup, but let's try this out anyways. So last week's chapter, we pretty much see both Saturn and Kizaru defeated by Monkey D. Luffy. Vegapunk reveals that there's a countdown for his message being delivered to the world. And finally, Saturn summons the rest of the 5 elders onto Egghead Island as they try to stop the transmission and defeat Monkey D. Luffy. The way this week's chapter picks up is that the 4 elders, other than Saturn of course, show up with magic circles appearing on Egghead Island, and we also see their room in Mary Joie's empty with a black magic circle in the middle. Oda draws us this beautiful looking double page spread with Luffy in front of all 5 elders in their monster form. They're not even devil fruit users from what we could tell at least. Again, all 5 elders are using their beast awakened forms with dark flaming smoke around their necks. We can even see the official English name of what beast slash yokai they are, instead of the usual devil fruit power being revealed. For example, Saint J. Garcia Saturn is revealed to be a Gyuki, a yokai who some of you might recognize from Naruto, of course. I'm talking about the 8-tailed. Saint Marcus Mars is revealed to be this massive bird known as the Itsumade, who looks pretty similar to the Pokemon known as Archeops. Saint Topman Warkery is revealed to be a Huki, a yokai who's this giant boar with 4 tusks. Saint Ethan Baron Venus Juro, also known as Venus, is known as a Bakutsu, a yokai who's a skeleton horse. And finally, the youngest one, Saint Shepherd Jupiter, is this massive sand monster yokai. Venus Juro, using his sensing abilities, figures out where like half of the pacifista are on the island, turns into his hybrid form, and freeze slashes like half of them within seconds. Pretty impressive and pretty similar to Brook actually. We see Saint Marcus Mars, the Dumbledore looking guy, fly up to the Labo phase and try to attack the barrier, although it's still holding for now. And at the same time, while Luffy is fighting Saturn, we see Saint Shepherd Jupiter dive down underground in his sandworm form. I'm sure that's not gonna come up later. Real quick for me, you like One Piece? We do One Piece? Hit that like button, it's free. Share with a friend, leave a comment, help press that subscribe button, it's also free. And you'd help push my small channel in the algorithm. Anyways, throughout this chapter, we see a bunch of the Straw Hats actually try to regroup and communicate with each other to figure out what the next steps are. For one, we see Usopp stop the Thousand Sunny's fall using his bamboo barrier created by his technique, Green Star Bamboo Javelin. At the same time, Sanji calls everyone via Denden Mushi, telling them that they must escape right now and not wait for him or Luffy. And Jinbei actually arrives to help Zoro with Lucci. And let's be honest, the memes have been great. Zoro has been getting cooked for the past few weeks. It's been hilarious. And I feel like the Zoro fans have had it coming, especially saying that Zoro was gonna low diff Lucci. I mean, that's just mad disrespectful. Now, as they're all talking about this whole thing by Denden Mushi, Sanji actually calls Zoro a burden for not finishing off Lucci yet. And Zoro gets upset about this whole thing. And after dodging a finger pistol Madara attack by Rob Lucci, Zoro actually finishes him off with a 3-sword style stripe hunt attack. And it looks beautiful with all the black lightning surrounding Zoro. I mean, he deserves it after getting clowned this hard. Looks like he didn't need Jinbei's help after all, or else he would have never recovered from that. Now back to Luffy versus the 5 elders. Jupiter actually ended up emerging from the ground and eating Monkey D. Luffy before Dory and Broggy pulled up and sliced his head off with a solar saw attack, which is a callback to an attack that they used in Little Garden to free Luffy from a dinosaur back then. And that's how Luffy, Dory, and Broggy ended up reuniting on Egghead Island. And this is where the chapter ends for this week. Me personally, I thought it was a good chapter. It was a lot of reveals, a lot of new forms for the 5 elders and all that, but for some reason, me personally, I'm not too impressed or interested in the 5 elders. Ever since their demonic yokai forms have been revealed, I'm starting to become more numb and mad to them, and I just want to get to Elbaf at this point. But before we get to Elbaf, I need to see what Vegapunk is gonna reveal about the world government, and I need to see it like next chapter. Personally, think that countdown is unnecessary and is just there to add padding. Like a lot of people have been saying, Vegapunk could simply have put the message on repeat instead of having people get ready for like 10 minutes or whatever. It's just one of the many flaws in Oda's writing where he loves his countdowns, but the story is starting to get too long at this point, so it's kind of unnecessary. All in all, I'd give this chapter like a C+ or a B-. But real quick for me, you like One Piece? We do One Piece. Hit that like button, it's free. Share with a friend, leave a comment, help press that subscribe button, it's also free, and you'd help push my small channel in the algorithm. Besides that, the comment question of the day is, how long do you think until we get to Elbaf? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.